To the ground, make sure the whole world feel it. That's just how I'm feeling.
He has tried me, I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Las Vegas Raiders and the San Francisco 49ers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. Oh, he breaks a tackle and he's got an alley. There he goes left side. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10. 66 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. And whatever they said appears to have worked. On the return, it's Coates. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And Lance now to throw. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate, drops it.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 18 yards, 1st down Niners. Off of play action, here's Lance. Forced out to his left. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 49ers 14-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Harris, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
And they'll get this to Ruggs on the jet sweep.
A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Harris. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Damian Harris with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. On the return, it's Coates. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here's Lance. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered. He let one slip away last week as well. So now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So now after the face mask penalty, here's first and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Dak Prescott, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
On the return, it's Coates. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Raiders will take over now first and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
84 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Deebo Samuel, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's Lance to throw it. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Following the interception, here's Prescott rolling to his left. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 39 yards there, a big one.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal. Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. Touchdown! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Raiders are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive?
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. That swung out wide to Harris. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On 1st down, Hawkins. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Silver. Quick dash.
On 2nd down, it's Hawkins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Damian Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the silver and black continue to roll. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Now Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the 1st down. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. And now they'll throw with Lance. Dancing to his left. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. Going for Hurd on the deep ball. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Darryl Worley up to make the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as good running gets him to about the 44. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. On the return, it's Coates. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Watch the slant. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Drill, 52.
Lance looking to throw it. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Second and 10. Here's Carson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Being chased out left. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hawkins. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Prescott. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A good pickup there, a 22. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Let's go, Peter. Get there. 57's the mic. Watch the play.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. This is complete to Hawkins. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Oh, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
Now a give right side. It's Carson. Carson the 1st down and more. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown 49ers.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 123 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now here's another carry for Harris. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
You don't want none? Right there, 54, right there, right there. Going to 53. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Slam. Check safety.
On first down, it's Harris. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. Touchdown Raiders. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Raiders are pouring it on. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. On the return, it's Coates. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And now the rookie's free. And he'll bring it back all the way. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Man, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Escaping, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And he will find his man, Samuel. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Vegas. Taken from just outside the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. It's Carson, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 140 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Carson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
On the return, here's Hall. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Always got some breathing room. And finally, they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 15.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, He's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On third down, here's an option play left. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Rosa's kick is good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Throwing now is Lance. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Rosas to add the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30.
Makes the score Raiders 58, 49ers 28.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance.
Buying time to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Lance now on first down.
Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
And they'll run with Sermon. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return, here's Hall. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Niners, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll look to get